Hello, my scientists. We are going to learn how to be gardeners today because helping things grow is a great reason to learn science. Our learning target today is I can determine what I can change about a soil, such as add or remove something, to better help a plant grow. Now, most of us think, hey, the plant needs to grow. We're just going to give it more water. Sometimes that's the answer. Sometimes a soil needs other things. So we're going to talk about not only more or less water, but a few other things today. So we're going to ask ourselves our beginning question. How can I help plants grow? Sometimes our soil has too little water or too much water. If your plant has too little water, the easiest thing you can do is add water. Most of us think of that one right off the bat. But what about if our soil has too much water? Well, if our soil has too much water, some of the best things we can do is add organic matter. That's our humus. Or another thing that's really good to do is simply remove water. When we remove water, we can either provide a way for the water to drain off. We can move our soil. We can add sand to our soil unless it's a clay soil. If you already have clay soil and there's too much water in it, if you add sand, it's just going to become hard like concrete. But if we add organic matter or humus to our soil, many times that will help the water balance. Whether you have too little water in your soil because the water evaporates too fast, or if you have too much water, sometimes adding organic matter will help balance that soil. So that's one problem. Too much water, too little water. We will work on those later. Okay, another problem is too little air or too much air. Okay, too little air. That would happen in a soil that packs really tightly like clay soil. A lot of our areas around here have clay soil. Clay soil has teeny tiny particles in it. They pack really tightly together and they don't allow a lot of air to get to the roots of a plant. So if you have too little air in your soil, you can't just add water. You're just going to drown your plants even more. So you still need to add water, but you need to add organic matter even more. Organic matter will help balance the amount of water that can drain out of the soil, the air that can enter the soil, as well as the water and air that remain in the soil for the plant to use. Organic matter is amazing. Guess what, guys? If you have too much air in your soil, that's usually because you have a sandy soil. The pieces of sand are larger. They let more air in. The water will either drain out too fast or it will evaporate easily. Guess what your answer is here? If your soil has too much air, again, add organic matter. Yep, all those leaves that you raked off your grandma's lawn and grandma or grandpa said, hey, go dump all those leaves in the compost pile over there. And then after they've composted, they've broken down, they add that organic matter to the soil and it makes the plants be able to get what they need from their roots. Okay, let's move that information off. Let's see. There, that's the one I want to stay there. Okay, what if you have too much mineral? If you have too much mineral in your soil, you need to add organic matter. Part of the nutrition that a plant needs comes from the minerals in the soil, from the dirt part of the soil. But organic matter is where a lot of plants get what they need to survive. If you have too much organic matter, is this a problem? Most of our problems so far have been solved by adding organic matter, but can you have too much? When it comes right down to it, too much isn't the problem. The problem comes when the organic matter is fresh or when it has not gotten rotten. It has not decomposed. We need the organic matter to decompose so that plants can access the nutrients from the organic matter. The way the organic matter decomposes is by wonderful things in the soil called bacteria, fungus. Go ahead, play with fungus all you want. He's kind of a fun guy. And those things in the science world we call decomposers. Yep, they're posers, people. Decomposers. They break down all of the things in the organic matter so that plants can access them. A lot of times your parents just call it compost. Gardeners love compost. Let's add compost to our soil, but make sure it's composted for enough time to give bacteria and fungus a chance to break it down before you add it to the soil. Okay, we have talked about all of our situations. What do we do if there's too much or too little water? What do we do if there is too much or too little air? What do we do if the balance of minerals is off in our soil? And what do we do if our organic matter is not balanced in our soil? Okay, the key is if you're having too much or too little water, adjust the water and adjust the organic matter. Too much or too little air, adjust the organic matter. Minerals, adjust the organic matter. And if the problem is in your organic matter, make sure your organic matter is thoroughly composted. Make sure that it is black and it's just healthy and your soil will love it. Okay, use that information to add to your Google Doc. When you scroll down below this video, there will be words that you can copy and paste. Your sentence starters, you just need to add in those sentence starters. You'll be good to go. Thanks, guys. Bye.